Wednesday morning, and I decided to have breakfast in my room, and I'm multitasking. I'm listening to the conversation at If It Weren't for Olivia yesterday in one ear, holding the camera with my right hand, getting the sunrise, laughing. And I'm going to tell you, because I know I won't be able to put it on YouTube, and I might put this on YouTube. Yesterday, Judy Dlugacz had a talk. It was about an hour long, about 70 minutes, and there were 5 people on stage talking about how Olivia started and their stories. And the people were, from left to right, Jennifer Woodul. Jennifer Woodul was one of the founders, the original founders of Olivia. And the second was, beside her was Teresa Trull. And she's from New Zealand. She flew in from New Zealand to do this trip to be part of Olivia. She had to be. And beside her was Cris Williamson. And beside Cris was Meg Christian. And beside Meg was Judy Dlugacz. And they talked about the history of Olivia and what it meant to them. I'm listening with one ear and talking and holding this camera, and I'm trying to tell you something. I remember distinctly. There's so much I wish I could share with you, but I remember Meg talking and saying that it wasn't long into their venture that she realized that it all meant more than the music. It meant more than them. It meant you. All of you. And those aren't her exact words, but it was very moving to hear that. Hey, look over there to the right. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it almost looks like a painting, and it's, see that? It looks like a beach sunken into the clouds with 4 groups of trees or bushes, not trees. Beautiful. Okay, back to the sunrise. And last night, there was a late show, and boy was it good. Barbara Higbie, she never entertained, and Teresa Trull. And the place was packed. It was up on the crow's nest area, and it was about an hour long. The only place I could find a place to park myself was on the floor. And I did get one song that they dedicated to Cris Williamson, who was there, and it's great. Teresa Trull has done a new CD, and I don't know where it, I think she mentioned it's on CD Baby, and maybe iTunes. So you want to go there because she hadn't done anything in 17 years, and you got to hear that woman. Roll. Tuesday night was Suede and Baby J. Baby J. Oh my. One of the last songs they sang was Hallelujah, and we were allowed to sing with them a portion of it. I didn't do a very good job on that, but it was great. Sunday night and Monday night, we were entertained as well. There were quite a few entertainers. I'll list them later, hopefully. And after the shows, every time you can go to room and have things signed. And so far, I've been able to get everyone on my travel guitar. The problem is, it's not big enough. So, I don't know how that's all going to work out because Meg and Chris are the last day, which is Saturday. They'll probably be signing on the back and it won't show, but I'll know it's there. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Chris is talking right now in my left ear. Gotta have the music in my left ear. And she's talking about the start and how Meg Christian helped her. How Meg carried her. She's been hand carried by the best. Talking about being good. They were good, they were well-trained musicians, they worked really hard. Fully. Talking about billboards and not being recognized like they would have liked. Those things are disappearing. About young girls now, and they think this has always been there, but in truth they found it. Followed into the water, and by God, they were all gathered around the water hole. There we are all. Go towards the light, she's saying. Go towards the light. He's talking about comics starting to show up in their programs. would be the mid-80s, I imagine. Talking about her first album now, Cris is. Hey, she just said she had done that first album and had not even come out to her family yet. Well, of course, I read that in a Hot Wire magazine. By the way, did you know Chris's name is actually Meg Christian Williamson? She did not tell that. I'll tell her. Okay, Teresa Trull is talking now. And she lost her mother when she was young. And when she told her dad that she was a lesbian, she said, "Don't feel bad, Dad. 10% of us are." Okay. This is great. Her dad lived in a trailer court, and she went to visit him one time, and she didn't know how he was going to take all this. And she went to the manager to see which trailer was her father's, and he said, "Over there," and she said, "Well, that can't be his trailer, there's music coming from it." And he said, "Yes, it is your father's trailer." So she went over, and here he was, playing her first record or album. And what he did was, he would call radio stations and get her music played. He was so proud. Great story. I wish you could have heard it all. Okay, I can't do this anymore. So, just a little bit of the sunrise and my yammering on.